Hey there, welcome back. I've just got off doing a bit of forging. You've caught us in the middle of actually working on some projects, getting to use this incredible new forge guys that we have here in the workshop. It is looking great. It has changed this workshop so much, and I have to say, it's pretty freaking awesome to have a high capacity, professionally operated forge setup. I mean, this is the dream right here, guys, and it works so well. Actually, it works a little bit too well because it burns through a lot of steel, as you saw when we got to testing it last time. But luckily, we're finding some workarounds for some of those problems. What I did was open up the little trapdoor contraption that we added to the bottom of our tuya. The reason we made this was to be able to dump charcoal out of the forge when it becomes fine and clogs up the holes in our fire pot. What's been cool is that's been pretty much exactly the right amount of air for us to do the projects that we're doing. We can open up our tuya, dump air out of it and do projects like this, or close it and get that intense heat required to forge bigger bar stock that we might be working on. So we get the best of both worlds. Another thing, we're going to drill some more holes in the fire pot so that the charcoal can drop through. It's been clogging up a bit. And we're going to add holes up in the top of the shroud so that there's suction at the top so that the hot air that rises moves up the flue along with the rest of the heat that goes into the side draft box. But what are we doing right now? Right now, you've caught us in the middle of making these bad boys, which are brackets to hold up the shelves that are gonna adorn the rest of this wall and complete the space. I've already forged the finial shape for 2 of them. We're gonna go through now and show you what's involved in making one of these brackets. So without further ado, let's get stuck into some forging. So how do we get started with these brackets? Well, really the first step is to put this decorative shape on the end, this leaf or finial type shape. To do that, we actually start like this, where we've cut the steel off at a 45. I mean, there's a couple of ways you can do this. But this one's good because all we now need to do is center that point, clean it up into the shape that we want, and we already have the start of this shape. After that, we simply put in some shoulders and then draw the strap back into the rest of the shape. Let's get cracking.
Joel, how are we feeling?
Feeling good, definitely feeling knackered, but we're getting all of the holes punched in this bracket, and it's good to be able to use the forge and just do these things. Have a forge, have a fire. While I've got most of the forging done with the coke forge in terms of getting the shape of our pieces, twisting the bars that will be supporting the brackets, when it comes to bending them, we're going to use the oxypropane torch because it enables us to heat the area more precisely. Yes, you can do that with the coke forge, but the oxypropane just lets us get that spot exactly where we need it so we can bend this to 90 degrees and install our bracing. Once the bracket's done, let's heat it up and give it a benderoo. we go. Guys, that's solid. That's awesome. Never made one of these before, but hey, it works. We've painted here and here. It's locked in. It's giving that bracing structure. It's gonna look good. It's gonna function great. And guys, oh, she's even square too. How good is that? These are then gonna be used to hang our shelf. They'll be screwed onto this wall here. Should do a good job of supporting our shelf. Now I've just got 4 more now of these to do. Finish them up, we'll give them a bit of a finish with some linseed oil, and then we're gonna install those shelves. Oh hey, so we're about to do something very sneaky. Shh. We're burning off the zinc off these coach screws, which is what we're going to use to attach our brackets. And I know the comment section is already buzzing with ding 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 ding. Zinc fumes are bad. Yes they are, which is why we have ventilators. Connor has one too. We've got the workshop opened up. We've got the air system flowing. We've got a maximally ventilated space before we do this. Now, keep in mind guys, I'm not recommending you do this, but if you do, please, please, please make sure you take safety precautions. Make sure that your space is fully ventilated because these fumes are poisonous and they are not great for you. Now, why are we going to all that trouble? Well, we want the heads of these to be blackened because we do need to screw these into the wall. However, these guys need to be able to be screwed into the timber. If we rounded it off and did a forged finish or had a rounder head, which is more accurate, wouldn't be able to drive that into the timber, unfortunately. So this is a compromise between the forged finish and having something that we can actually secure our brackets with. So let's get on with doing that and then get these freaking shelves attached. Alright, well that is everything forged up. The brackets are finally done. Now I am knackered from all the forging, but we got some oil on these. I heated them up, got some oil on them to give it a nice coat, even a wire wheel to bring out some of the grain and texture in the pieces. They look alright guys, I think they'll do the job. Not the most perfect brackets, but sufficient for function, which is what we're all about. This, with the screws that we have also blackened here and the pieces of timber that we've prepped, we even have the shelves kicking around the background. We have everything ready now to put our shelves in place. Finally, filling up those big old white spaces above our wall there so we can display the helmets and other projects that we make here in the workshop. We also discovered that the forge has a few things that we want to adjust, namely the amount of air coming through the fire pot, some of the holes there, and also creating better suction in our range hood. But we'll get those done, I'm not sure when guys. It's already proving itself to be a useful tool here in the workshop. I mean, we even made this little fire rake while we were testing out how it worked and figuring out some of those problems. This is where it starts with the forge, because you can make the tools to make the tools to make the tools to make the armor that you want to be building. So join us in the next part where we get to do some more installation of the shelves. Should be fun. See you guys there. That's us done from IronCrown Workshop. See you later. Bye.